Welcome to Think Alive. We're Sharon and Andy, just two people with a dream and a vision of restoring our traditional stone-built farmhouse in southern Spain, transforming it into a beautiful off-grid home and sharing our journey with you. Good morning.
Morning, everyone.
It's a beautiful day, not a cloud in the sky.
And we like it, I think.
Just,
a bit.
Yeah.
Especially when you've got to work outside, doing heavy work.
Yes. What are we doing?
Well, we're going to start assembling stones and try and make a start on this courtyard floor. Just travel at the minute. It's going to be some heavy back-breaking work, I think.
Yeah. The problem we've got,
challenging.
we've probably said before, this area is predominantly sort of boulder type stones.
Marble boulders.
Marble boulders, and obviously for a floor we want them nice and flat. So we've been scouting round and trying to find them, collecting as we go. Yes. So there'll be more of that today. Get them all gathered up and then hopefully make a start.
Yes, we're looking forward to it. We can't wait to get it done. We can get some shade up and relax up here a bit sometimes. Yes. So we'll crack on. In the meantime.
So, quick update on the peppers and tomatoes that I planted, not last video before. Literally threw a few seeds in and covered them over with a bit of compost, and that was it, watered them in. Rapid, they have come up. I've got about 20 peppers in this one, which is way too many, but we'll just choose the strongest. When they get a bit bigger we'll be able to tell. And the same on the tomatoes in here. What have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 so far, so that bodes well. Happy days. And these are the ones that are planted previously. These are coming on in leaps and bounds now. Amazing what a nice bit of sunshine does. This one's not looking quite as big, but it's still there, but nothing to show on the other two pots yet. And this is our plum tree. We've not had much success with our fruit trees. The ones that are in this area, which is where the septic tank and the soakaway is, seem to be doing really well. But we've lost about 6 on the other land where it is just so dry. And although we've watered them, it's just not soaking in, and they've died sadly. But anyway, the plum's doing very, very well. We've got at least 6 plums. See those 2 there? And some round the back. So yeah, I mean, it's only a young tree, but still good. We're happy about that. And the pomegranate's got 3 flowers on it as well, so happy days. And this is the caper bush. It was cut right back last year. There was nothing left and I worried that it wouldn't come back, but look at it. It's already got loads of buds on it. What we tend to do is let it flower, because that attracts loads of bees. The bees absolutely love it, which is always good. And then once it's flowered, then we'll take off the buds right at the end. The smallest ones, they're the nicest. And we have lots of capers to make our tartar sauce with and have with our fish. It's a bit of a wonder plant really, because it gets absolutely no water whatsoever. It's virtually growing out the side of the wall there, but it still comes back like this every year. Amazing.
So it's the 1st of the month today, 1st of May. We have a couple of jobs that we like to do on the 1st of every month. The first one is check the oil on the generator. We haven't used it for the whole of May, so normally we try and run it for 20 minutes every 4 to 6 weeks as well. Hello Alf, crazy boy. It's best to run them, especially a diesel generator, run them at around 50% of the load. It's a 6 kilowatt generator, so we like to run it around 2,500 watts or so to 3,000. We're not going to get that out of it today. We might put the washing machine on a hot wash to do it, or just hang fire for a cloudy day, and as soon as we get some cloud we'll fire it up, let it run for 20 minutes, keep it all ticking over. So I'm going to give it a wipe down, get the dust off it, clean it up a bit, check the oil, and then the other job we do 1st of every month is we buy these bacterial tablets that contain millions and millions of bacteria to keep the septic tank in good condition. the bacteria breaks down all the solids in there. I mean, you don't need to empty it that often. All you do is drop one down the toilet, let it fizz for 5 minutes or so, let it dissolve, and flush it away, and that's that done. So I'll get this sorted and then go and do that, and then we'll have a look at our stones. The old WD-40 keeps it looking nice, protects it. I like to keep it looking new, because it is fairly new anyway. The oil level's fine, as to be expected, because it's not been used. So yeah, we'll be good to go again. I'll just get this done and we'll go and carry on.
Oh, just need to clean off this frame. If you remember from the end of the last video, we just finished doing this bit. Got my little brass brush. I think it's an old suede brush, but it works very well for getting the mortar off the woodwork. And then I've got my cloth, my damp cloth. Just wash it all down. I've probably done things a bit back to front really. Probably should have finished that before I oiled the gate again. But that's us, that's what we do. It works, it's fine. If needs be, I'd just give this frame another coat of oil, but it shouldn't be necessary. Usually comes off quite well. There we go, all clean, looks much better. Happy now.
So this is the kind of thing we're looking for. It's about 6 inches thick, 120, 150 mil thick, but flat, cracked ones. Obviously we don't want to use rounded stones because they're ankle breakers and trip hazards and things like that. Here's a few we've collected over the last day or so, this one included. There's a couple at the back of the car, and we shall get out in a minute. So we're just going to start and take them into the courtyard and then pile them up in the trough, ready to go in. And we're just going to stack them here and hopefully we can get enough. Back-breaking work though. There's two. So yeah, we are surrounded by stones, but finding suitable ones not an easy job. Look at that. Look at that beauty we found last night. Actually, I think that'll do for this load. Oops. Then we get them like this, nice and flat, with a little step on it. I'm going to try and see if I can just tap that off. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. There we go, like that. Okay. Another one good to go. We've got a fair old chunk there. It's a start. Won't be enough, that's for sure, but it'll get us going, and we'll keep looking out for more.
And this great big one here, Andy's actually smashed up the old sink. We didn't know what to do with it. It was broken anyway, but at least we're reusing it, and it's going to be a great centerpiece for our patio.
Right, okay, so here we go. Now the fun starts. What I want it to do is the water drain trough over there. I want it to slope this way ever so slightly. Also, it's sloping down that way slightly as well, so everything ends up sort of over there. Any water that falls, because it will rain one day, and when it does, it's usually pretty heavy. I think what I'm going to do first, I'm going to get the laser level, and I've got a corner over here, and that corner over there is pretty much the right height if you eyeball it across. But I'm going to check it with the laser level anyway, and put one marker in the middle here, and then put that big square stone in the centre. That should give me good levels, that makes it smaller areas to work to lay the stones. If that makes sense, hopefully it does. If not, it should do shortly. Right, scratch that. Just got the laser level out, and it does it dead level, doesn't it? We don't want it dead level. I've got a pointer level which I might use, but I think we're probably just going to string it out, find the height in the corner, and put a string along, and that'll give us our height for the thing, unless I've got a piece of timber long enough, which we're just going to have a look for. So we'll come back to you in a second. Right, so we've come up with a plan B. Got two pieces of angle clamped together there, which doesn't appear to be sagging. So this gives us our height we want along there. I just need to check that for plumbness. We've got ever such a slight fall on this going that way. So that needs to be our height in the centre there. I think what we're going to do, check this. Yeah, that's got good fall on that. So I think I'm perhaps going to lift this corner up a little bit to send a bit more fall that way. So we've got fall this way and fall that way. So we'll juggle about, pack these up, and come back to you in a minute. But I think we're going to actually concrete some bits in to make sure they're not going to move basically once we've set them up. So we'll have a mess about with this and get the levels we want. Right, okay, so we've got one in there, perfect level. We've got one at that end, perfect level. Now we can, with those in, we can just use single pieces without having to clamp them together. We want to get that big square one in the centre, in line with that post. Don't know why really, we might make some sort of pattern, I don't know. But we've got a level on this, so we're just going to bed that down now, so it's level with that. Probably put a bit of concrete under it, I think, just so it can't move. And we've got a permanent thing there. So let's get it done. Come on, Alfie, you're not helping. Come on, mate. You won't move.
Alfie, come on. Oh boy.
Somewhere about there. Yes. Right, we'll get some stuff mixed up, stick it underneath it. Right then. There's another one. Yeah, definitely. Right, I'll go get another one.
Okay.
Alright. You're back.
Yep. Looks a lot.
That's going to be good though. Right, we're about there. Just need to wiggle it about now until it's just below the level of our thing. Just a bit closer. Oof, I think we're there.
Yeah.
Bit more. Still a bit high. Right, we'll keep mucking about with it. Right, it's perfect in every direction. We're just going to bed them down on this planche, sand and gravel, and what we'll do, we'll concrete in between all the stones and then point them up right at the very end, just the same way that we did that one over there. We're off. Right, I think what we're going to do, we're going to put a run across the middle, obviously trying to stagger the joints, and a run across the bottom there, then just fill in the centres. Should be nice and easy to do. So I'll go and bring a load of sand and gravel around, and yeah, let's crack on. Nice, just a big jigsaw puzzle. Well, this one in here. So leave it to the side. It's also nice underneath. Get some of this in. Spread it about. Yeah. Right, cool. Right, put a bit of sand under it. Don't go very far bags of sand, but it's easier to bring them in bags than it is to get the big builder sacks delivered because of our access and stuff. Right, we'll keep going. Flip it back over. You alright?
Yeah.
Mind your back.
Mind my back.
Back it up over there. Nice. Right, we've got some extra thick ones here. They will only go up here because it's the only part deep enough in this corner. So I think we'll get them in. We've only got 2 bags of sand left. We've got our bridge across the middle. You can't see it there, we'll show you in a minute. But yeah, it's not actually going to take that long. It's not actually as bad as we feared it may be. So I'll get some in here.
Well, we've run out completely of sand, gravel and big stones, all that great big pile that we collected, and it's gone hardly anywhere. But we have got our little bridge across the centre there, started in this corner. Can't do any more because it's a red day today. It's May the 1st in Spain, so everything is closed. So we're just waiting now. Tomorrow take the trailer and get some more and collect some more stones as well. Goodness knows where we're going to find them. I think we've exhausted our supply, but we will, we're confident we can find them. So nothing else to do, it's a holiday Monday, we're going to have a cold beer. Well, we're going to get a bit of tapas and a nice cold beer at the bar, but on the way we're on the lookout for flat, large stones. See what we can find.
Right, so apologies, the sound was a bit rubbish on that last clip, but we left it. We've got, that was a small old disused marble quarry, and as well as some stones we picked up along the way, we've got some of the huge, heavy, twice as heavy as the other stone, but if you can see that, proper marble. And we've got this, I'll bring it into the light. Where's the light? There's the light. If you can see that, it's like a blue marble. We're guessing it's marble because it came out of a marble quarry. Yeah, it's quite thick and heavy as well. We're going to dot these around, hopefully make something interesting out of them. So we're quite pleased with them. So we'll get them unloaded and see what we've got. Oh, here we go, look at that. That is an amazing piece of white marble. These have got blues and browns in them. This is coming out on there. We'll probably put these around the vines to border them off. Something like that. But yeah, we're not sure. It's not what we planned, not what we expected, but we're certainly going to use them. And we can perhaps always go and get some more if we need it, although most of it was just rubble and all the good stuff had gone. The best stuff had gone, I imagine. And those of you that saw when we first started the patio, we had a family of toads, which we were a bit concerned about because we disturbed them. But we keep seeing them, and there's a little fella now. Just trying to keep Alfie away from him. I think he's a bit disorientated. Maybe we're scaring him a bit. So we'll leave him alone. He's just escaped into the security of this crack here, so hopefully he'll stay there now and be alright. Right, so this piece of marble, white marble, it's got some marks on it, but it's only to be expected. It's out of a quarry. It's really thick, so I'm going to try with the big hammer if I can split it off. Don't know if it'll work or not, but we'll give it a go. We can prop him up. I'll get another one to prop him up. So that might work. Well, let's have a go. Wish me luck. Hey, perfect. Look at that. Anyone fancy polishing it up? We'll start a new pile, organise these, and then yeah, bring it all through what we've got. Right, there's a few more stones, not as many as we would have liked. And we've also got this big one here, which I'm going to probably set in the middle to make my levels there good. And another massive one just there, which I might not be able to see because it's in the shadow. I think now we need to go and get some more sand and gravel so we can carry on sticking them down. And obviously hopefully find some more stones as well at the same time.
And now we're on our way to collect a little stash of stones we put to one side when we were walking the dogs months ago. So hopefully they're still there. It's a bit bumpy, this road. There we go, we've got a few there. And there's some more around the corner, but we'll have to get that from the other direction. So we'll go and drop these off. Those off. Next job, got to hitch the trailer up and we're off to the builder's merchant to get some more sand and gravel. It's a squeaky one. A pallet of sand and gravel. So we're operational again now. Back to the finca.
I'm stuck.
Push! Well done.
Thank you. That's a mighty one. Oh, they can stay there for now. I need a rest.
Well, we've had another busy day.
Yes, I'm whacked.
But we're all prepped now for tomorrow, so we can carry on with our lovely patio.
Yes, see how far we can get with these. We've got quite a few.
Yep.
Huge ones. Yeah, and we've also, now it's taking shape, we're kind of getting a more of a visual idea of the space and
how it's going to work as a living area.
So, we've got a couple of ideas. We're going to
keep them secret, and you'll have to tune in next time.
Oh, there you go, you see. So yeah, come back. We've got a few ideas. Yeah, how we want to make the space work to be a fabulous outdoor living space. So right now, that's enough for this video. I've had enough. I need a rest. Yeah. Ice cold beer, of course. Someone asked in the comments, how many beers can you drink? 2 ice cold ones, 2 small ones.
Yeah, that's us, isn't it?
That's us, yeah.
Yeah.
And we're actually going to go and see some friends, aren't we?
We are. Friends from the campsite many years ago have just moved in locally, bought a piece of land, and they've had one of these geodesic domes built. So it's all eco-friendly. So I'm absolutely fascinated to see that. So we're going to pop over and see them this afternoon.
Yeah. And have a look at that. Yeah. So thank you so much for watching. As always, much appreciated. Welcome to all the new subscribers. We're getting loads at the minute, so hopefully we're doing something right.
Yes.
And we'll see you on Sunday.
Thank you.
It Sunday?
It's Sunday. What are we today? I have no idea.
Yeah, Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday.
See you later.
Thanks, guys.